Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Advanced, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get straight into this topic here. So as you guys know, yesterday the Los Angeles Lakers lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder again by another 18-point loss, which means that the Lakers are damn near losing this series by a margin of 40 points, damn near. It's pretty bad. And I watched that game from beginning to end. Beginning to end. And if you watch the game, it became apparently clear that, first of all, it was a physical game. SGA, if I'm not mistaken, was in foul trouble for the first half of the game. I think in the first half he had 3 personal fouls, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he did. So he wasn't playing well. And if you look at the personal fouls, the Lakers were leading them by just 2 fouls. And if you look at the overall free throw attempts in the game, the Oklahoma City Thunder finished with 26 to the Lakers 21. But of course, this Lakers group are led by a bunch of clowns, and they have no real leadership. That's why you see all of them being weak-minded and complaining and whining like little girls on the team. And at the end of the game, there was footage that was circulating of Austin Reeves and the entire Lakers going literally to cry to the referees. I want y'all to think about that. The entire Laker team, full of veterans, went to cry to the referees. It was so embarrassing that they put the camera kind of panned to the Oklahoma City Thunder players looking at the Lakers and laughing at them. Like, look at these weak clowns crying for the refs to basically save them. A Laker team that enjoys perennially a comfortable free throw advantage every single season over their opponents, were the same team that were up there crying. So there was a video circulating on the internet of Redick in the post-game interview complaining about the refs and how LeBron James is the most unfairly officiated NBA player of all time. You can't make this stuff up. But before I even get into what JJ had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. All right, guys, the regular season is wrapped up and the NBA playoffs are finally here, and there's no better way to cash in on all of the high-flying hoop action than PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means when you're making lineups on PrizePicks. And here's something you didn't want to sleep on. PrizePicks has the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes going on right now. Make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player picked during the playoffs, and you could win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. That alone is reason enough to check out PrizePicks right now. I've been making lineups on the Celtics and Lakers players, and it makes watching the playoffs so much more fun. It's simple. Just pick more or less on player projections across basketball, baseball, hockey, and more. You can even pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup with stacks. And if your picks get off to a hot start, cash out early with easy payouts before the game even ends. PrizePicks is now available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. So now what we want to do is I'm going to play the sound from Redick, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to that.
Initial takeaway from you, anything that kind of stood out the most?
Well, I talked about it a little bit yesterday, them being +9 in the non-shade minutes, and then, in the second half, we just got blitzed, 32-14, 7 turnovers. They shot 14 free throws during that stretch. So we'll look at lineups, we'll look at everything, try to figure out how we can be better in those minutes.
You said you expected Austin to have a bounce back. What did you see from him tonight?
I thought he did a good job, touching the paint, and, those touch shots were there tonight. Got some good looks from 3. He played a solid game. Obviously, he had 5 turnovers, but everybody on our team had turnovers. You can start seeing like some trends here, and we probably need to go back to the 2 keys we had against Houston, which is take care of the ball and box out, because you know, it's not on high volume, but they've killed us in both games. Every time they've gotten an offensive rebound, they've scored.
JJ, you got a technical in the first half. Multiple players had really long, extended conversations with refs. What was sort of at the core of those frustrations tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I sarcastically said the other day they were the most disruptive team without fouling. I mean, they have a few guys that foul on every possession, and all the good defenses do. You know, SGA gets like I don't even know, a touch foul, I guess, on the drive. There was a stretch where 4 straight possessions, our guys got absolutely clobbered trying to make an entry pass to Jackson, and Jalen Williams is grabbing his jersey with both arms. That's a turn. Like, they're hard enough to play. They're hard enough to play. You've got to be able to just call it if they foul, and they do foul.
Along those lines, I mean, LeBron has, I think, taken 5 free throws here in 2 games. Have you seen him be like attacking and downhill, and are you surprised he hasn't been able to get to the line more?
Well, he gets clobbered on that one, you know, with Jalen Williams coming over trying to block the shot when he spun baseline on Dort. That was in that stretch as well. LeBron has the worst whistle of any star player I've ever seen. I mean, I've been with him 2 years now. You know, there's, again, the smaller guys, because they can be theatric, they typically draw more fouls, and the bigger players that are, you know, built like LeBron, it's hard for them. But he gets clobbered, and he got clobbered again tonight a bunch. And that's not like a new thing. That's not specific to this crew or, you know, this series. He gets fouled a lot. That doesn't happen. I mean, guy gets hit on the head more than any player I've seen on drives, and it rarely gets called. So.
Now, you heard JJ crying about about LeBron James not getting calls. Do you know why LeBron James wasn't getting the benefit of the doubt? Because LeBron is always flopping. LeBron egregiously and chronically flops. Some of the most embarrassing flopping in NBA history is attributed to LeBron James. It's beyond disgusting. LeBron flops without even calls. He'll fall on the floor, he'll hit like his leg, and then hold his elbows. There's even a video of him poking up to see if the referees are going to save him. So LeBron is always flopping. Maybe that's the reason why the refs don't give him the benefit of the doubt. But I want to read something that I posted on a community board not too long ago. And I want to read it for you guys here. Because I remember the series when Kobe Bryant and the Lakers were playing against the Denver Nuggets. And Dante Jones was actively trying to injure Kobe Bryant, tripping him, pushing him in the air. And as I was watching that series, I was getting so tight. And I'm like, why is Kobe not saying anything to the refs? Why is he not panicking? I mean, why is he not complaining? And what Kobe was showing me at that point was, you play through it. You play through adversity. You stop making excuses. We're grown men out here. And I want to read what I posted on the channel. I said, I literally watched Dante Jones try to injure Kobe for an entire series, and he never cried to the refs or cried to the media. He played through it like a man. The Lakers players are weak and emotional. It's embarrassing. That's the fundamental difference. That is the fundamental difference when you have a leader like Kobe Bryant and Phil Jackson versus JJ Redick and LeBron James. The entire team is emotionally fragile, from LeBron, from Reeves, from the coach to Luka Doncic. That's the mental makeup of the entire team. You can't take your ass whooping like a man, so now you want to cry to the refs. Bro, SGA was in foul trouble the whole night. What are you talking about? It's embarrassing, and these guys are weak. I said it. They are weak and embarrassing. How about you get better and stop complaining? How about that? What about the game when the Toronto Raptors coach was going off at the officiating and they asked LeBron about the game? Well, they fouled and we didn't. Well, that's the game for you. Stop whining. It's the playoffs. Ain't nobody coming to save you. What's happening is that the Lakers are used to being saved by calls all throughout the season. And when you get to the playoffs where they don't call as many fouls, now they can't play. Nah, play through it.